Okay, you guys ready to be inspired? Because I got this speaker here, he's gonna knock your socks off. Our first speaker is from New York, but he made his home in Cincinnati. Before following his passion, connecting with people and brands, he received his BS in electrical engineering with a minor in economics. Following completion of his undergrad degree, he then pursued his MS in electrical engineering at Purdue School of Engineering and Technology. Now, he is the digital and social media marketing trainer, social media strategist for national brands like Harley Davidson, Mercedes-Benz, and he is the national spokesman for GNC. And let me tell you guys, he's ripped up and he's gonna put your push-ups to the test. Let's give it up for Mr. Josh Reid.
Good morning. How y'all feeling today? Good morning. Let's try it again. Good morning. Thank you. Before I get started, I have to say thank you to the faculty and staff of the Munoz Foundation for putting on such an excellent event. I want to say thank you to John Burns, a mentor of mine, for recommending me for this opportunity to come here and share my perspective. I also want to say thank you to my mentors, Tom Young and Dan Rolfes, for having a personal interest in seeing me accomplish everything in my heart desires. And I also have to say thank you to my beautiful mother for the sacrifice that she made to allow me to stay here today. And I also want to say thank you to my lovely fiance and soon-to-be wife, Dr. Ashley Sutherland, for standing by me and loving me the way you do. Okay? Now we got all the thank yous out the way. Y'all ready? Are you sure? So I got something I want to do, okay? So I'm going to say 2 words. When I say stay humble, you're going to say stay driven. When I say stay humble, you're going to say what? I don't think y'all was ready for what's about to happen. I'm about to turn up. Can I come out these? When I say stay humble, you say what? Stay humble. Stay humble. Stay humble. I'm fired up. I've been up since 4:30 this morning. I've already got my workout in. Right, I'm 2 meals down. I already drunk a half a gallon of water. They asked me if I need some. I said, no more, please. No more water, right? And the reason why is because I've already accomplished more in the first 3 hours of my day than most people probably would accomplish in the next 12. And the reason why that is because I'm hungry. I'm excited. I have this undaunted curiosity of just how successful I can be in the one chance we get at life. I'm curious. And the reason I'm curious is because this one woman, she shared something with me when I was younger. She said, son, life is full of opportunities. If you want something, you got to go get it. Say that with me. Life is full of what? Life is full of what? Life is full of opportunities. It would be Saturday morning, I would wake up to my mom singing, it's time to make the donuts. Right? And she had Mary J. Blige blasting in the background. Listen, I love Beyonce, okay? You can clap it up for Beyonce, right? I love Beyonce, but when I was younger, she probably was just a few years older than me, so there was more the Destiny Child. So I grew up with Mary J. Blige, the queen of R&B, right? And she would wake my brother and I up, and it's time to make the donuts. She'd sing, got the music playing. My brother and I, we were going to the bathroom, brush our teeth, and in the shower, we had a little hole in the bottom of the shower where you could see under the trailer, but we would go in there and get freshened up, right? We don't want to be in there too long. Somebody might jump up and get us, okay? And then we were rushing to the kitchen, and the Eggos are already toasted. They already got the warm butter on them. We had a scrambled eggs and cheese. I still haven't mastered how to make these scrambled eggs and cheese, but I'm getting close, okay? I'm a man that know how to cook, but I haven't mastered my mother's scrambled eggs and cheese. Then she would cook my brother's favorite. It was fried potatoes and onions, put ketchup on it. And then it had the jelly. And we would sit down and eat breakfast. And I don't know how she did it, but everything was always hot. Like everything finished at the same time. And we would sit down at this little table, right? We lived in this trailer, and it was already heated. We had this little iron stove, like in the old movies, like the 70s, 60s, and 70s, had the silver handle on it. You had to put your own wood and light it with the newspaper, right? We would sit down at this table, and she would say, sons, life is full of opportunities. If you want something, you got to go get it. Now, here's a woman, a single-parent mother, trying to raise 2 boys, living in this trailer. You have the projects and then you have the slums, right? The slums where you got to fix everything yourself. There's nobody to the left, to the right, or above you. You out here in the wilderness, we have turkeys in the backyard. It was a strange condition, but even in the worst case scenario, she would always say, son, life is full of opportunities. If you want something, you got to go get it. And so one day, we saw a different side of the fence. Now, on the other side of the fence, we had this beautiful home, right? My mother changed cars maybe once a week. I was changing, the mongoose was popular. Anybody ride a BMX bike? No BMX riders in here? Right, well, I changed BMX bikes like I would change underclothes. Right, Mom, I want a new bike. Okay, son, let's go get one. Right? So she saw an opportunity to change our living circumstances, and she took advantage of this opportunity. Although the opportunity she took, there was a risk that came with that. It was a price that she had to pay. And the price that she paid, it caused me to wake up one Saturday morning to where breakfast wasn't being made. But that's okay, because I would go peek in her room, and if she wasn't there, it wasn't uncommon because she traveled on the weekends. She would normally leave money in the bowl. We had this bowl in the kitchen, and she would leave money in there because if she wasn't at home, that was money for me to go to the corner store. If I wanted to go buy some snacks with my friends, I can go do that. So I go into her room. She's not there. Okay, cool. I run to the kitchen, check the money. Oh, that's odd. So I go and make my Captain Crunch. Anybody know Captain Crunch, the cereal? I love the Captain Crunch with the berries in it. Okay, I love the berries. That's my favorite. So I make my Captain Crunch. At this time, I'm 13 years old. I'm sitting down in the lazy boy. We had this floor model antique television with the turn knobs, right? It was retrofitted so we could have cable. Anybody know a retrofit? Right? So it was retrofitted so we could have cable. I got my cordless phone at the time in case my girlfriend called me, and I'm sitting down in a big bowl, and I get a phone call. It was my mother. I said, hey, what's up, Mom? Where you at? What's going on? He said, son, it's going to be okay. I said, Mom, what are you talking about? Where you at? There was no money in the bowl. What's going on? This is not like you. Now, subconsciously, I paid attention to things I didn't quite often hear. So when I was talking to her on the phone, I heard that there was phones ringing in the background. I heard sheriff. I just heard things I never heard before. And my mom didn't sound as happy as she normally would sound. Well, anyway, that was the phone call that I received at 13 years old that basically told me I wasn't going to see my mother for the next 8.5 years. I lost my mother to the federal penitentiary system when I was 13 years old, all because my mother saw an opportunity to give her two sons a childhood that we could cherish and remember for a lifetime. And to some people who do not know her struggle may frown upon the choices that she made, but to somebody who was our situation, my mother took advantage of an opportunity to allow us to live, to allow us to have nice Christmases, to allow us to live in a house and not in a trailer with a hole in the shower, to allow us to not have to toast old bread to make it new again. You understand? We had 2 socks for gloves because we wanted to play a snowball fight. And if they got wet, we used to go into the trailer and lay them on that heater so they could dry off. Then we'd try to squeeze our hands back in because they was hard as cardboard. But she saw an opportunity, and she took advantage of it. And so at this point in time, I moved in with my grandmother and my uncle, and they took me in, and they took very good care of me. But I didn't see my mother for 2 years. The first time I saw my mother was 2 years later. And when I saw my mother, I had to talk through it through a glass. Couldn't physically touch her. Now, to me, I could barely talk because I was crying the entire time. This is a woman that was my heart. We were like this. She called me son. I called her mom. And I couldn't physically touch her. But even in the worst situation, she would say, son, life is full of opportunities. Now, when I would go to my friends' homes, they heard the complete opposite. And mind you, I said homes. They lived at home. They had their parents. They had good jobs. And they were told life is hard. Life is full of obstacles. Life is going to knock you down. Then I go talk to the woman who has every reason to complain about how life is hard. She would constantly say, life is full of opportunities. So that stuck with me, and I didn't realize how valuable that was until now that I'm older. And so for that 8.5 years, I had to give my mother something to come home to. So when she came home to a son that didn't fall accustomed to a statistic. Graduated high school with a 4.0 GPA, 3-sport athlete, basketball, football, and track. Okay? She came home when I was a junior in college and said, hey, Mom, you missed my middle school graduation, missed high school. You need to see me walk across the stage at RPI, one of the top engineering schools in the world, next to MIT. So she saw me walk that graduation. I said, I'm not done yet, Mom. Let's go and take this thing to graduate school. Let's give you another one. So I saw opportunities to make my mother proud. And so now that I'm out of school, I started working as an electrical engineer. I was 24 years old. I was making really good money. But the second day on the job, I said, this is not for me. I got a lot of promises I made my mother, and I can't get it doing this. I use my vacation days to go and speak to young people like yourself, to share my perspective on things. I hope that you would take these tools and apply them to your life. Okay? So it took me 3.5 years to build up the guts, but I took a chance. Something that I'm proud of you guys for doing today. You're taking a chance. You're taking your destiny in control. But I took a chance. I left engineering to pursue my career as an entrepreneur because I saw an opportunity. So now I'm a 3-year-old entrepreneur, own a digital marketing agency headquartered in downtown Cincinnati. I'm a kid from the hood, a kid from the trailer, a kid that had a hole in his shower that would do 3 to 5 minutes for nothing to jump up and get me. Because I never saw life as hard, I saw life as opportunities. Do y'all understand? Life is full of what? So now when I talk to my friends, out of my childhood friends, when I talk to them, I'm the only one that made it out. Another one of my friends, the home I was at before my mother left to go out of town, he's doing 25 to life. Another one of my friends, he's in the penitentiary 9 years. I had one more friend left. He's been in and out. He finally got his act together, but the unfortunate circumstance is that he's still living at home with his parents. And when I talk to him, he doesn't see opportunities. He said, they call me Jay Reid. He said, Jay Reid, this is just what it is. Because all his life he was told life is hard. So he's accepted his circumstance. He doesn't see an opportunity to change where he's at. So that's how valuable those few words, that's how much of a difference it made in my life, and I'm sharing those words with you all. Because life is full of opportunities. The bigger the goal, the bigger the obstacle. The bigger the obstacle, the bigger the opportunity to learn more and apply it and take it and become anything you want in life. And that brings us to our next point. There's a book called 3 Feet from Gold. Anyone heard of 3 Feet from Gold? Good, because we're working on getting you a copy of that. There's a book called 3 Feet from Gold. It's written by Greg S. Reid. I think we're related. I'm not too sure. We have the same last name. But it shares a story it reminds me a lot of myself. He met a mentor called Mr. Buckner. I have a mentor called Tom Young. I have several mentors. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today. But one of the stories I want to share with you as we close this up, he was talking to an Olympic skier. And he said, what is the mindset to reach this level of success? And she said, when I'm on the slopes, I never lose sight of my destination. I never lose sight of my destination. See, the problem is people go through life, and what they don't understand, that first comes the dream, then comes the struggle. The struggle are the obstacles, right? And like I said, with every obstacle is an opportunity for you to learn. It's only temporary. The obstacle is only there to apply you with the tools and to show you how to sharpen those tools so you can take it and become and reach the reality of that dream. She said, I never lose sight of my destination. The problem is most people get hung up on the obstacles, and the quickest way to failure is what? It's quitting. And they quit. You got to let people know you built for this, baby. You got to let your dream know I'm coming for you. You got to let your competition know I'm not one to sleep on. I wake up at 4:30. I don't have to, but I choose to because I have an undaunted curiosity how much I can get. And I know where I want to go. I got some promises I got to keep. And you can't keep those promises by sleeping, by not putting work in, by not studying. Let your competition know. I hope you came ready, baby, because I'm already on my second win. So never lose sight of your destination. Understand in life, the bigger the dream, the bigger the obstacle, the bigger the obstacle, the bigger the opportunity for you to take advantage of and turn that dream into a reality. I'm Josh Reid. I love y'all. Stay humble. Stay humble. Stay humble. Peace.